Hello, my mic stand broke just as I pulled it over. Fantastic. Anyway, welcome to the show. What we're doing today is we've done this before, and we wanted to do it regular. So this is me doing an extra one. So I'll be doing a show later in the week, usual format. But I do think it's important we do things where it's a two-way thing, and I thought the last one was class. So here we are again. Um, Different format, as I said, as you can see on the screen. If you're here live, how are you getting on and why? Good people. Let us know in the comments how you were getting on. We're going to bash some music on, just hang out, have a brew. There's a few people who've already done it, so it won't be for too long. The wait, just give people a chance to get on stream. Also, in the time on a tradition, if you could give it an early react, the positive, the better on whatever platform you're on. And also, if you want to support our work, go to patreon.com/cowdaily. It's patreon.com/cowdaily. Please share the stream. Ravi Shankar is going to arrive very soon. He's here. Have a bit of your brew. Right. Oh God, that's lifted. So I'm drinking a coffee, which, as you know, I don't normally do. But I've been awake since 3 a.m. So I guess I'll start. It's been since the genocide started. Like, it's getting better, but it's been really tough. And sometimes I'm waking up at 3 a.m. And I just can't get back to sleep. Fortunately, I've got no bother getting to sleep, so I've had like 4 hours. I'm not that bad, but if you know I'm drawn for the coffee, it's a bad one. But I wanted to do this today anyway, so I want to keep drinking it. Enjoy. I don't know, turn Ravi off there. See, that's what happens. That is horrible, but like, it's going to keep us productive. Let's see who's about there. See who's in. Get up. Duncan's in. We'll start with yours first in a bit, but we'll say hello to everybody. Hello, Glasgow. I hope your soup and roll is indeed ready. We'll come to yours second, Glasgow, as well. And yours third, Joanne. Nice to see you, Leon, as well, my friend. Kirsty's in the house, not so good. Let me know why, mate, if you feel comfortable. It's what this place is for, man. Hello, dude. There's Carlos as well. Joanne's hitting the coffee harder. I don't even drink it, man. I don't even know what the hell's going to happen. Jono's in and as well. Nice one. Right, we'll go through in a row. Just bear with us. Pull my sleeves up. Not because I'm trying to get in. I'm just a bit hot. Weird. Not much ventilation in this space. And as you can see, it's on a blur. All them black blurs in the background. There's me washing because I just don't give a fuck anymore. But I've blurred it out. Anyway, Duncan's here. Good to see you, my friend. Honestly, my head is a bit of a mess today. It's the 3rd anniversary of my mum's passing, and I'm working up in Scotland on my own. Didn't expect it to hit me like this. I'm guessing it's because I'm alone. Quite often it can be when we're alone, when we're experiencing these things, mate. I haven't lost a parent yet, but as you know only too well, I've experienced loss before, so I don't know the individual one. If anybody in the comments has lost a parent and you'd like to say something to Duncan, or maybe give him a little bit of advice or show of support, then go for it. That's what this place is for. That's what this particular show is for. So please do that. I mean, I'll try and impart some of the things that I think. I mean, there's two things. I mean, there's obviously an emotional side of it, but what sometimes professionals do at this stage, right? They'll pull up this, which is the stages of grief cycle, Kubler-Ross. As you can see, so-called normal functioning, shock and denial. I mean, I think what's happening here, Duncan, is you're 3 years in, mate. I wanted to just impress this upon you. All of this theory that we see on the screen is all well and good, right? But generally, stages of grief go a bit more like this. For audio people on the left, denial, then anger, then a dip, and then bargaining, back up from depression into acceptance. When in reality, on the right, it's just like sort of, remember Mr. Messi? not like Lionel Messi, but the old school what was not Playmobil, bloody, Mr. Men, Roger Hargreaves, that's him. Just looks like Mr. Messi. It's just all like around, and all it needs really, what we're seeing on the screen, is some legs, some arms, and some eyes. And that's how we tend to really experience grief. There's no straight line to recovery, brother. And how you're feeling today is how you're supposed to feel. And sometimes, like when we're on our own on these days, we don't realize it, man, until we do. And sometimes that can like show where we're actually at. Because I feel like I know you, Duncan, and you keep yourself busy a lot. And if I'd offer you something, there's times in the past I've so-called coped, and I put that in inverted commas, with bereavement by keeping myself busy. Maybe he's over busy. So maybe he's, I know you like to walk, and maybe it's just a time to go for a walk on your own, even without the dog, and sit on a rock and chill. I've done that, Simonside, for people who don't know, that's in Northumberland. Up there, early morning, nobody about, just sit, because you can see for miles all the way to Scotland on some days, and that's where I do some of my best thinking, or have done. So, Duncan, honestly, man, just like there's a lot of love for you, and I think you know that. I hope you know that, and I hope you can absorb that. I'm so sorry for your loss, mate. Really, like you don't, not that anybody deserves it, but you certainly don't, brother. So just be canny with yourself today. Take time for you. I want to just switch gears on a little bit, and Duncan, if there's anything more, feel free to pop in the comments, mate. But just shifting gears a little bit into something I want to show you. I feel absolutely personally attacked by this meme. So on the left, right, it's literally by like a Cenotaph Troublemaker starter pack. It's literally my bloody cardigan thing, Stone Island one. And on the right, Stone Island was trending in the UK yesterday. Not to do with me, obviously, but like I just thought it was bloody hilarious. Right, we'll see who else is in the comments. Right, hold on. So Glasgow, what are you saying? Feeling better after Wild Sickness Bug? I saw, man. You didn't look too good. Anxious as fuck, as I've been summoned to the CGD clinic in London out of the blue for next month. And last time they did, they pushed it. So a lot, you obviously got a bit of anxiety around what might come next with your long-term health condition, which you spoke about on here before. Same way, I think it's just about taking time away from you and the mad, away from like, the other things outside yourself, and taking time to actually process what's happening to you. I often in those situations, right, and certainly did, when it was at its worst for me with various sort of long-term illnesses and whatever I had, still do to an extent, is like asked myself, where am I in all of this? And looked at all of the different things that were promoting, just promoting kind of like, I don't know, bad feelings in us, the things that weren't serving us, and try to just reduce the things that I could control in terms of stress stimuli. And that could be people, places, events, whatever. It's something I do. It's called 1% gains. Like what 1% things can I add or take away, which will add up and ultimately lead to a better day or a better week or a better month or even a better life. So I found that's worked for me, and I understand it might seem like there's no end in sight, or there might not be, but I think, I understand that because I went through a long period of illness, as you know, and I didn't know if I'd ever get any better. So I kind of felt, I think I've thought some of the things that you maybe feel or think now. So I do relate. I do get a part of it, but obviously I never understand, like, because we're all individuals, like what you're going through specifically. But I think something universal is take time for yourself and ask yourself first, where am I in all of this? Because if we come from a strong base, we can be there for people around, and I know you're that guy. So all the best, pal. Joanne is saying, I was okay in the first thread this morning. Now I spent an hour scrolling TikTok. I'm all over the show. People are crying out and we can't help them. I'm going to challenge that, mate, because I think we can. I think Laura Pidcock tweeted something, and she's quite right. She was saying that what happened at the weekend removed a Home Secretary. Pressure needs to be kept on, and I understand, like, look, I'm waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, as you know, but in no small part since the genocide started, because of the imagery that has to be seen every day to be able to do this job effectively. And so I get it and I understand. And I think I've asked and other people as well, and they're feeling the same. And so I think sometimes people don't realize the weight that we're carrying isn't really conducive to good sleep hygiene, to put it mildly. So as I said earlier, fortunately, it's every 2 or 3 nights for me now rather than every night. So that's manageable. But I had a good period of a couple of weeks there where it wasn't working for us. 2 seconds, I'm just a bit hot, so I'm going to take me jumper off. So just bear with us. You can have a bit of music. Let's try something new. This one's called Lo-Fi. Here it is. Right, I'm back. All right. 2 seconds. Oh, hold on a minute. I just got to put my headphones back in. Sorry about that. Hope you enjoyed Lo-Fi. Right, let's have a look back at the comments. See what you're saying. Jono's in the house. Nice to see you, brother. I don't think I'm doing well. I'm just in a berserk rage at the horror of everything around me, just lashing out at everyone. Avoid the news for a week, and that helps, but deep down, I'm unwell. I do relate to that too. I've mentioned it on this show before. I've apologized to the dogs and my partner on a couple of occasions because I was walking around out shit company, just battering around like a dickhead, basically. I hope that, if you're in a similar situation, you're acknowledging that with the people around you. I know you're acknowledging it here, and what I know of you as a person, I would pretty much suggest that you've got the self-awareness to do that. Your rage is valid. Don't invalidate that at nobody. Our rage to genocide is valid. We invalidated ourselves when we moved that towards hate. And I'm going to give you an example of this, not from Jono, but from somebody on the page this morning. It was just disgusting. Like seriously disgusting. Strap yourself in. So anyway, this was on a post, obviously regarding Palestine, Israel, and somebody said this. It's called Palestine Always Will Be, stolen land occupied by the veiled Israelis after removing by force the real people of the land. The more you see what the Jews are doing, the more you understand why the man with the small mustache wanted to eradicate them. How utterly beyond disgusting is that? And that's when rage becomes invalid. And I mean, like, the person himself, right, it says here on his page, retired company CEO now having time for me after getting rid of a parasite wife. What is wrong with people, man? Like, people saying this type of stuff, right, with their whole chests, with the real names, like undiluted anti-Semitism, right? It's not okay to take the rage that we're experiencing, and again, John, I fully know this isn't you, and then turn it into something like that disgrace. Just instant block and report, like, to be fair. Like, I think people don't seem to get it, do they? We don't, like, bring about, like, peace by going towards that level of hatred towards a whole group of people. I mean, it's absolute incoherent bollocks on a very basic mechanical level to attribute what's going on to all people who are either Jewish, Israeli, or any kind of whatever connection to what the leadership are doing. It's mad. I just don't understand how people can, like, think in such, like, ridiculously binary terms like that. So anyway, Jono, it's like that, man. Like, your rage is coming from a really good faith place. I've seen enough of you online to understand kind of where you're at. The rage doesn't need to turn to depression either. I think you've done right ignoring the news this week, but you know yourself, you're a self-aware person. It's not going to last, is it? So if I can offer you something from what I've been doing these past few weeks, I've kind of got desensitized to it to a degree, although I did see some horrific shit yesterday and the day before again, but it feels like it's a bit different. I'm not even like disassociating from it either. I don't know. This is a new place for me, and I don't know how I've got to it. I suppose if I'm like exploring this in real time, I'm just like, have got depressed over the last month, anxious, all of those things. But I've fed that into a bit of purpose as well. And I think in general, just when we're feeling on either depressed or on the edge of depression, sometimes like building purpose, even if it's not linked to something like this, can just be enough until we can start putting them 1% gains in. So, brother, I just hope it's going to go the way you want it to go. And just to anybody else listening to this right now or watching it or wherever you are on the playback or whatever, speak up to what we're doing this for. I mean, like, look, I'm not doing that in that like sort of ridiculous crack from 10 years ago. It's like, let's all talk about it. And what do we do with that? We've done the talking bit. We need talking to go alongside purpose and things to actually change. Because I've heard it argued successfully many times. We're not the ones who are mental or anything like that. I think you'd be losing it a bit if you weren't losing it somewhat to the state of the world now. So you're amongst friends, as anybody who's feeling the same. Right, let's see what else we've got. Right, what we've got, who's a boot? Do, 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 do. Well, no, just laughing at Jez saying, Simon said it's full of sharp-toothed cannibal dwarves. The Durja, they'll eat your skin. Is that true? Oh, honestly, I hope that's true. I love that there. Jez is saying, directed towards Duncan. Duncan, you've got my sympathy, dude. Dad went 16 years ago. Still hurts on the anniversary and was rough at the beginning, but now normally I mostly get smiles thinking of him. That's lush, and it's nice to know that it can go in a better way. Kirsty's saying, hey, Duncan, hope you find some comfort. Really nice, Kirsty, because I know you've already said earlier that you're not feeling too canny yourself at the minute. Right, what else we got? Jenny Schramm, nice to see you, pal. I think of grief like being on a little boat in the sea. To begin with, it's very stormy, and you're getting hit by huge waves. Over time, it gets a bit calmer until it's mainly calm and still. But every now and then, a huge wave can hit you out of nowhere. Hoping the waters are calm again soon. Wise words. Waves, definitely. 2 seconds, just going to take a drink. Give myself a level of focus before I go off and hopefully get a bit of a nap. Duncan is saying, I'm going to change the pace to I was working out as a scare actor last month. I loved singling out the Stone Island, whereas most reacted very strongly to be called posers and cosplay hard men by a pirate. That's bloody beautiful, mate. But I no, don't direct that at me if I turn up. Glasgow, good advice, mate. I think the hardest part was being healthy for a few years and assuming that was me fixed. Trying to just get my mindset right again. I hope that returns, man. I hope, or at least it becomes bearable, because by the sounds of what you've been going through, it's just rough business, dude. Absolutely sucks. Right. I'm just scrolling through the comments, see what else we have. Jojo's here. Nice to see you, pal. Hi, everyone. I feel like I've just got out of a cave after moving house and not having TV or internet for 3 weeks. I tell you, Jojo, listen, right? Not having TV or internet for these particular 3 weeks is absolutely a plus, mate. So thank your lucky stars that if you had to not have it, it would be these last few. But also strap yourself in, because like there's some mad stuff floating about. So just be aware of that before you log on. Apologies, I needed to drink more coffee. Let's have some music so I can do just that. This one's called Daydreaming. I'm having that, like, no, it's bad for us, but tastes so good, addictive caffeine thing. Like, I've got no tolerance to it, so it's like basically like speed. It's not good, like, but it's also good at the same time. It's such a dichotomy. If you want to support the work, go to patreon.com/cowdaily. That's patreon.com/cowdaily. If you'd like to make a one-off contribution to our work, you can go to the link in the description of this show, wherever you find it, for PayPal. Also, if you want to do a super chat on youtube.com/cowdaily, you'll get a starred comment and it will be seen on the screen. I believe that's how it works. Lovely jubbly. Happy days. So, more comments from you. Indeed, it is how are you and all of that. So let us see what you are saying. Right. Jenny goes on to say, my rage has turned into depression. I thought I was ill, feeling exhausted, etc. Then I realized I've been trying to go on whilst burying all the horror and rage, and I broke down yesterday. Do you know what it is? That last bit's key. That's so important. Same recently allowed that to come out and allowed that to just flow out of us and not put any like barriers on it, and just even on a basic physical level, right? When we release tears, it's got a physical action which reduces stress. It removes the stress chemical cortisol, like from your tear duct, and just like a flush. So get it out, get all of that out. Even if it's just on that practical level, you will feel better because the stress chemical is being flushed. And I think when we suppress tears, then we suppress the body's natural function. And as Jez has just said there, don't feel bad about feeling bad. 2 seconds. Right, 2 seconds. Di, the said, how have you all been okay after the storms? How have you been getting on after the storms? Did anybody get hit by them? All right, just bear with us. Oh, it's nice, Phil Surtees. Nice to see you, brother. Somebody I've known all my life. Much love. And also this one that you'll get. Cake. All the best, pal. Hopefully bump into each other at some point. Jez has got a report on the Simonside Dwarves. Simonside Dwarves, good bit of Northeast folklore, small but murderously strong. Glass. I need to know more about this, and I'm going to do just that later. Right. Glasgow is saying, turn my rage into humour when I can, as hard as satire and is in these times, does give me an outlet, and you're very bloody good at it, my friend, so keep going. Keep doing. Right. Let's just go back. See who else is around. Nice to see David Livingston pop up. Things are damp here, but generally personally okay in the world. Still going to dogs. Nice commenting from France there. Jerry saying, thanks, mate. Send love to you all. Right. Just bear with us. So there's one or two things. And if there's any other things you want to put in the comments, there's still a little bit of time. Also, I just wanted to remind you, I'll put it on the screen, audio shows reminder. I've found out that it helps with go up the charts on Apple and the other ones, I think, if you play the audio version as well, obviously, not just the YouTube crack. So if you're a YouTube person, if you want to go to the links in the description for the audio stuff and play it, even if you turn it on to silent and mute it and just play it, that really helps. Apparently playing it right through at the end. So if you do that, that'll be sound. The reason being is that the further up the charts we go, obviously, the more people's radars we get on, isn't it? So good news. Right, just bear with us. Right, that was the one. Any more for any more? Get them in the comments. I'm going to stick a bit of music on. Give you a chance to get any more things in the comments that you feel like we'll need to be talking about with this. This one's Night Driving. Read. See if there's any more in the comments from yous. Class. Perry's here. Perry Durham. Nice to see you here, mate. Took me this long to make a YouTube account, but he asked me to repost from FB how I was feeling. Cool. All right, I'll wait to see if you can get it in. Right, I'll stick the music on because I did ask you to do that. This is Feeding the Ducks. Give you another a little bit of time to get your comment in, pal. Class, right. Just bear with us. Perry has got his comment in. So Perry is saying here, I'm absolutely raging, incandescent with rage. All the doubling down on the Al-Shifa hospital as a terrorist base, lies from Israel, and BBC repeating it without any criticism or preface. Tell us, mate, I'm really finding it mad hard. And he goes on, what I've just seen even happened, literally footage this morning. I can't believe this is the BBC in my lifetime. It's crazy. It's the lack of challenge. I mean, I have seen some clips where there is starting to be some kind of pushback, but given the actual scenes that we're seeing, I completely relate. I completely and utterly relate to what you're saying. Glasgow's just popped up with some good news before we go. People who tune in regular, I live next door to a church. Can you hear? I'll shut up a minute before I read this comment. Can you hear the bells? Can you hear the bells? There's 11 of them, and they hurt my ears. Right, it stopped. Glasgow says, well, some good news. Belgium and Spain pushing for war crimes trials for Israel. So I heard at the rally will die further. I've also heard as well that Sinn Féin, I think it's today, have put something forward in... Yeah, they've put something forward for Ireland to take Israel to the International Criminal Court for war crimes. So there's something to keep an eye on. Perry is saying, you missed the middle of my 3-part comment. I don't actually have it on my screen, mate. So apologies for that. Yeah, it's not there. Sorry, dude. Anyway, if you want to support our work, please go to patreon.com/cowdaily. That's patreon.com/cowdaily. Thanks for being here. Was really keen to do this and keep the momentum going on these particular format shows. I think in these times, the heaviness of it all, I think it's important that we do that as well as cover the evidence-based stuff. Obviously, you've always got a place for that, and Cow Daily runs like this with a live chat because I think it's important that you are embedded in the DNA of everything that we're doing. So thanks for being here. Short notice as usual. Just going forward, better studios coming in the next few weeks where be solid for 4 months and hopefully get this bloody blur off and just have it all properly set up. So not even hopefully, we will. Absolutely sick of this at the minute, but we're getting there and we're doing it and we're keeping things going. So happy days, good times. Joanne saying, big love, Cowies. Thanks, Mike, for the opportunity. Love you, mate, and thank you for being here. Glasgow saying, take care, peeps. I'm on to stream myself in a bit if you want something way less professional. Much love to you. I go and follow Glasgow. He's streaming as well, and that's the one. So there we're gone. Kirsty saying, thank you, all the best, pal. Lovely seeing you. David Livingston, on the way out. Well said. The BBC has lost it, frankly, indeed. Right. See you next time. Last comment just popped up. Try and get it in. Try and give us a Ravi warning, Glasgow. Right. All the best, chaps. I'm going to go off and have a nice walk and try and clear my head and hopefully get a nap this afternoon. So I can get past this 3 a.m. bloody wake up. Like, all the best. Take care.